Hi, welcome once again to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you've tuned back into this channel, and if it's your first time, welcome. Once again, I'd like to thank all my viewers, my supporters, my subscribers, anyone who have tuned in to watch my videos out on YouTube. Thank you ever so much for your support. Whatever you did in the past or what you're about to do now is much appreciated, and it does help the channel. And if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. I just want to talk about the dangers of using dark arts, so-called black magic. Okay, now first of all, I don't want to use the word occult, okay, because occult itself is rooted in spirituality, okay, which is connected to the divine or higher power. I call him Allah because I'm a Muslim, as well as a high priestess and spiritualist. Okay, and the occult, okay, is part of God's covenant, okay, and not connected to paganism, okay, or Satanism. All right. Um, and if you want to find out more about that, I did publish two videos. One is called Occult Knowledge is Part of God's Covenant, and as well as The Truth and Misconception about Divination. So when you have a chance, please check them out. Okay, but I'm going to continue. But today I'm going to be talking about the dangers of using dark arts, um, commonly known as black magic. Okay, um, and again, the reason why I don't want or don't like to use the word black magic is because black is not a color. It's the essence of where color come from. Okay, and magic can be stood as an art of manifesting, okay, a creative thought or idea into reality. Okay, and if you were to um, use the words witchcraft, because a lot of people do refer black magic as witchcraft, okay, um, you know, the whole definition, okay, of it, I mean, if you were to break down the two words witchcraft, all right, witch could mean a shaman, it could mean a herbalist, it could mean someone who creates potions for healing, okay, like maybe gathering certain herbs, okay, to do some form of holistic healing, okay, and craft means a skill, okay, or creative activity, okay. Now, um, you may then ask, okay, what is dark arts? Okay, so dark arts, okay, is normally known as necromancy. Okay, it's also called Satanism or paganism, okay, which is linked to Satan. All right. Um, and obviously, Satan, okay, himself, okay, right at the beginning, okay, if you want to learn about him, okay, he was first an angel of light, okay, then he rebelled, okay, against the Most High, then he became a devil, okay, and now he's, what they call now Satan, okay. Now, the warning here, okay, is this, that everybody has a choice, okay, everybody has a choice, okay, and but the scriptures states, okay, the scriptures in the Bible, or okay, as well as the great books like the Quran and the Torah, okay, it says that we cannot have two masters, okay, and as the Bible clearly says that um man himself cannot have two masters, okay, so you either serve Satan or you either serve God, and I call him Allah because I'm a Muslim. Okay, now whether you want to practice necromancy, okay, dark arts, okay, or even let's say you want to like sort of find out more about um the the occult itself, okay? Because the occult, as I said to you, it's more to do with the Most High, okay, which is very much linked to spirituality. But whether you are curious or not, okay, one of the things, okay, you need to, and or if you want to do any um kind of spell work, okay, whether it's good or bad, okay, you need to first ask yourself, why do you want to perform a particular spell? Okay, so these are that's one of the first things that you must ask yourself. So whether you want to go into dark arts, or you want, whether you want, or you are on a spiritual path and you want to do any form of spell work, you need to ask your, the first thing you need to ask yourself, okay, is why do you want to perform or do this sort of work, spell work? Okay, all right. Now you also need to know, okay, that, okay, that about you should also know, right, the type of spell that or find out more or do more research about the type of spell that you want to perform, okay, and find out whether whatever you want to perform, if it's good or bad. Because I know that sometimes, you see, if you don't know anything about spell work, you don't know anything know about, if you don't know anything about spirituality, if you don't know anything about the dark arts or necromancy, whatever, okay, you can easily be compelled, okay, or be tempted to do or perform a particular type of spell, okay, without even realizing, okay, if you don't do your research properly, okay, you could either be, you could get yourself doing or performing a type of spell, okay, which when you think it's something that is ordained, okay, if I'm just talking in this, if you are in a situation, okay, where you don't know anything about spell work and whatever, okay, and then you thought, you just, something just comes to your head, all right, and then say, well, okay, you know what I want to do, I want this particular person to come into my life, okay, especially if you like, you have a crush on somebody, all right, or you want to hold on to somebody in a relationship, and you say, well, oh, you know what, I want to do something to, so that that person can remain in my life, okay. Now I know that a lot of people, sometimes you see advertisements and things where they talk about, for example, love spell. Now, you might not know this, okay, but what it is, things like love spells, they are part of necromancy, okay? It's not something that's ordained by the Most High. And the reason for this is because when you do a love spell, it's like you're performing a spell to, which is against someone's will, okay, because if, let's say, like, somebody doesn't want to be with you, okay, and you're doing this spell to hold on to this person, or this person, if this person has have left you, and you want this person to come back in your life, and you're doing that, that means you're trying to do something against this person's will, you know so we have to be very careful here. And I'm going to mention this. I didn't plan to mention this, but I think you should probably watch this video. Okay, it's published by a professional high priestess like myself, Daisy Ozim. Her channel is called Proof of Chaos, where she gives the story about this fictional character, Lord Voldemort, okay, from the um, the Harry Potter, okay, from Harry Potter, okay, where um, if you are familiar with Harry Potter movies or the stories about Harry Potter, okay, and if you read the story about Lord Voldemort, that's was how he was conceived, okay. His mother used a love spell on this gentleman, but then eventually the love spell broke, and what happened to um the relationship? It came to an end, okay, and Lord Voldemort's father left his mother as a result, So we have to be careful here to be doing this. So we have to be very careful about going into or doing or before we perform any type of spell work. Okay. And another thing, okay, that you need to ask yourself, okay, before you do any sort of spell work, okay, you need to find out what is required, okay, to carry out the spell, and what are the consequences performing it if it doesn't work. And I've just mentioned a bit earlier about what happened to in the case of Lord Voldemort. Because we have to remember as well, okay, because everything you do, okay, especially when it comes to spell work, it requires a form of energy, okay, in order to perform a particular action, as well as intentions, okay. And that's the reason why, okay, I like to emphasize energy, okay, because karma is the law of cause and effect, which embodies both spiritual and universal law. So whatever you put out is going to boomerang right back to you, okay. And sometimes it can come in an unexpected way, and this is, and if you were to um and this is very important to know, okay, because karma doesn't discriminate, and it can come in many forms, okay. So never underestimate it, okay. Bad karma can affect your health, finances, etc. Okay. And if you were to study or learn about karmic astrology, okay, you will learn, okay, that when the planets go direct, okay, it picks up all the things that we do, all right, and then when it goes retrograde, it dishes out. So we have to be very careful here. And that's why sometimes when people do things against other people, and then they start, um, you know, receiving bad karma, they start thinking that, okay, that maybe is the person who they send this spell work to, all right? Or they don't know how comes they're experiencing misfortune or bad luck. No, it's because of what you did. And it's very important, if you're doing any form of spell work, you need to before you even go into that, you need to um uh respect. You need to, first of all, you need to learn, okay, and respect, okay, and recognize, acknowledge, okay, spiritual and universal laws, you know. And when you use dark arts, okay, or you do necromancy, especially to hurt someone, you are attracting bad energy to come towards you, okay. And by doing that, it could not only affect you, it could affect your family, it could affect your business, it could affect your lover, okay, it could affect your, or maybe your husband, a friend, okay. And again, and anybody that is associated with you, it could affect them as well. That's why they have this spiritual term they call guilty by association, you know. And not only that, even by doing that, you can also create a sort of like a generational curse, and you're also cursing the people that you're associated with, people around you, family, lover, business, friends. And that itself creates what they call, even in spiritual terms, called a karmic debt. A karmic debt is the action of yourself or another person. Okay. And even if you want to practice necromancy, okay, or dark arts for yourself to gain power, money, love, etc., okay, whatever you desire, it will come at a price. It will come at a price, because Satanism, necromancy, dark arts, they're all associated with Satan, the devil. And the thing with the thing with the devil, he will give you, yes, if you want something, you desire something and you cannot wait, okay, and you want to turn to him to gain power, money, love, etc. Okay, he will give you what you want, what you desire, but it will never last. There is a lot of karma attached to whatever it is you ask Satan for. He won't just give it to you for free. And in some cases it could cost you the life of your life. It can cost you the life of people you love, your children. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. And plus it will never last, because it's just something that you have to always keep sacrificing. And if you don't have what it is, what he's asking for, it's going to cost you your life. He's going to want your life. And is it worth it in the end? And another thing, okay, that you need to consider, you need to also remember is that, like, especially for any of you who are thinking about, or people that are, or are sort of like conjuring dark deities or entities from the underworld, something that you need to keep in mind is that the same way how in the underworld, okay, there are dark uh, uh, deities and entities like dragons, demons, spirits, angels, but there also are dragons, demons, spirits, angels of the light. And they are more powerful than those of the dark. Because come on, Satan, there's no way Satan could ever be more powerful than the Most High. Allah, the God, the Creator, created this angel who then turned to a devil and then to Satan. He's more, and if you were to read the story about the story of Job, okay, before Job, okay, experienced misfortune, okay, and all these things that are bad that happened to him. You know what? The devil, Satan, had to go to the Most High, to Allah the Creator, to ask for permission. All right, ask for permission to attack Job, because Satan wanted to challenge the Most High and says, "Oh, the only reason why Job is worshiping you is because you give him all these things, all these worldly things." And so the challenge was, okay, Satan said, Satan's challenge to the Most High said, "Oh, well, you know what? I bet you if I take all of this, all what Job has away from him, okay, he's going to turn against you." But the Most High sees and knows all things. He knows everything that's going to happen even before something comes up into your head. And the Most High knew that even though Satan was to go to him and use individuals, because he's a spirit, to try and tempt Job to turn him against Allah the Creator, it wouldn't work. And even at when Satan, before Satan went to Job, right, the Most High said, you can do, the Allah Creator said to Satan, you can do all what you want, but you must don't try to kill him, don't kill him, or something like that. But the Most High knew that Job was going to, no matter whatever challenge that Job would face, he would not turn against he would not turn against him. Job would not turn against Allah the Creator. And this is something that you need to, especially if you're trying to come against or try to attack somebody who is trying to strive to be upright, try to be obedient, and who's trying to serve the Most High, who is a child of the light. And another thing you must also remember, that the same way you are trying to conjure deities and entities from the dark world, the light, there's also dragons, demons, spirits, angels, okay? And not only that, they also work, there are some that work, or I should say the dragons, demons, spirits, and angels work for the light, but they have also, not only do they have a light side, they also embody a shadow side. So that's what makes it even more dangerous. And the same way they have because you might think, okay, what's about the tricksters? Yeah, there are trickster spirits of the dark, but there's also trickster spirits of the light. For example, you've got a Nancy, right? You've got a Nancy, you've got Loki, you've got Eligua, okay, who is a Orisha god. He's also a trickster as well. And these people are more powerful. And even when you try to try and call these deities and entities from the underworld, who guards the underworld? Is a god of the light, is Osiris. And then you got Anubis as well. He's a god of the underworld. So you got Osiris of the light, okay, who's the god of the underworld, and then you got Anubis. He's the god of the underworld. So every time when you try and call on these old dark entities to try and attack someone of the light, okay, these entities, okay, or these deities have to go through. They have to pass Anubis. And it's up to the Most High to give to say he has the last say. The Allah the Creator has the last say to say to Anubis, okay, or Cyrus, okay, yeah, let this thing, because the Most High know exactly what is going to happen to whoever is calling these dark entities and deities. And then when things bad, misfortune, when you start experiencing bad luck, misfortune in your life, then you're wondering why. No, it's because of what you've conjured, what it's all, as I said, it's all to do with energy. It's all to do with energy. And I said karma is the law of cause and effect. That's why, anybody that wants to go into necromancy, or do any form of spiritual work, they need to, I would really advise you learn the law, the universe and spiritual laws, as well as karmic astrology. Because I'm telling you that a lot of people who are doing these things, a lot of them probably regret, or they probably will say, well, I wish I knew what it was going to cost me, or what it would take, you know we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful, you know. And this and it's very important. Again, another thing that I was guided to say, it's very important to know these things, because at the moment, right, the whole planet is going through what they call a spiritual audit. Okay, because we're moving from the third D dimension into the um fifth dimension. Okay, and as this is happening, okay, the whole planet is having a spiritual audit at this time. And what is going to happen is that, the Most High right now, we are in judgment season now. Okay, we are in judgment season now. Okay, anybody that's practicing any form of necromancy, doing any form of dark art, the Most High is, after time, he's going to just get rid of whoever it is. He's going to just get rid of, because there's not going to be any room for this sort of behavior, this sort of practice. Okay, is not going to continue. And that's why we've got, like, if you want to study astrology, that's why you got, for example, the father of all the planets, Saturn, who is a planet of to do with discipline and responsibility. And that's why a lot of people talk, they dread Saturn. Yeah, well, why should you dread the planet Saturn when it goes retrograde? If you are working within the spiritual and universal laws, then you've got nothing to worry about. So the people who tend to worry about these things is people that is not in alignment with the Most High. So why do you want to create problems for yourself? Why do you want to, like, suffer for some form of misfortune? So we have to be very careful there. And as I said before, you know, and as the scripture says that, as Jesus himself, you know, that we cannot serve two masters. It's either you are a child or want to be a child of the light, or if you want to be a child of the dark, of Satan, the devil. All right. So, you know, I was guided um to say this, okay, for any of you viewers out there, if you are practicing dark arts, okay, so-called known as black magic, or if you are thinking about, you know, or joining any sort of a coven or group that's practicing those things, you must think about, take some time to think about why is it that you want to do you want to practice dark arts or necromancy. And as I said earlier, that necromancy, Satanism, and paganism has got nothing to do with the occult. The occult, okay, is part of the covenant, is to do with spirituality, which is connected to the Most High, Allah the Creator. All right. So once again, you know, if you do enjoy listening or watching this video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.